Hi, and welcome to the final week of Flexi for the professional teacher. I trust you all had an excellent practicum, that the busyness of assignments hasn't worn you down too much, and that while you're looking forward to the end of these first semester courses, your passion for teaching still burns very brightly, and you're looking forward now to finishing well and then progressing into semester 2 courses after having a break, of course. This week we're focusing on our reflections from the practicum and what this means going forward. So the activities that I have for you this week are based a lot on the experiences and reflections that you will have had on that first practicum, and how you can apply them to what you have learnt and how you will go forward from here as a professional. The first activity is based around the McGee and Fraser reading, and it's about defining self or teacher efficacy. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to read chapter 14 of McGee and Fraser, and also the Hartnett and Klein article, which brings a really lovely Christian perspective in there for you to examine as well. The first thing I'd like you to do is reflect on the practicum. What were the main factors that stole your peace, your passion, your purpose? The things that frustrated you, the things that tired you out. Note those down. Then, after that, and looking at the readings, define what is meant by the term teacher or self-efficacy. What I want you to do in particular is focus on how that term, or your definition of that term, could sustain you, and then how it would help you to maintain your sense of teacher presence, your sense of teacher passion, your sense of teacher purpose in face of the factors that you've stated above. Finally, based on further reading on the text, but more importantly the personal experience that you've gained from Practicum 1, what are the 5 things you've learnt about how you're going to maintain that teacher self-efficacy? You know, what were the specific little lessons that you learnt that got you through Practicum and out the other side, that made you come back to the course buzzing, that make you passionate about teaching and make you want to do it all again? Because that's what's going to keep you going, that's what's going to sustain you, and sharing those ideas is going to be really good in engaging others' passions, engaging others' interest, and developing your own understanding and taking for your own kete as well. The second activity I've got for the week is based around revisiting reflection, because that's a massive part of going forward as a professional, is this idea of reflection, and in particular the power of self-reflection. So don't forget, if you're stuck for ideas for this section, go back to the readings from the earlier reflection section, such as Norsworthy. Her article on revisiting reflections, a really good one to get started if you want to just recap on some ideas. Again, it's a series of questions aimed at revisiting the role of reflection in developing and maintaining our passion as a professional, helping us to grow, helping us to understand ourselves, and more importantly, helping us to understand our sense of place or call within the profession, because that's a large part in helping to sustain who we are and what we want to do. So really it's about looking back at the reflection that's taken place during the first practicum and how it's helped you grow as a professional. So firstly, what role did reflection play on practicum in maintaining your professional energy? Secondly, what did you learn about yourself on practicum in sense of yourself through reflection? Your sense of call, vocation within the teaching profession. And so what emphasis has this given you going forward? Were you in a place that made you think, this is where I want to be, and this is what I want to do, this is the subject area, these are the students, these are the people I'm engaged with? Or did you have a different kind of experience, and maybe that's pointed you in a different direction? Were there any real examples of light bulb moments, of places where you felt in your spirit, in your heart, I'm connected to what I'm supposed to be doing and where I'm supposed to be? And finally, have a look back at that model of reflection that you developed earlier in the course. In light of what you've been through on practicum, what would you change in regard to this model? Would it be different? Would it be the same? Would you apply it in a different way? What processes would you now go through based on being able to finally do some reflection in action in a real context or setting? The final aspect of the week is going forward, and that's looking at the Turner, Leask and Turner article and engaging also with the McGee and Fraser ideas that you've already looked at, and thinking about how can I be first year aware. So in terms of going forward professionally, what are the things, the forum asks, can I do as a first year teacher to ensure that I'm in the best place to maintain my professional energy, but also what are the things that I need to be aware of that my school or my employer should be providing for me to develop as a person, as a teacher, as a pedagogical practitioner, as a member of a learning community. And so the idea is to have a look at the readings, to gain some experience, some insight also perhaps from what you have learnt on practicum and how your practicum coordinators, your schools looked after you, but also looked after first year teachers or young teachers on staff and got them engaged. Hopefully you did get involved in some of that professional development and some of that support while you were there. So it's a good time to share again and learn from each other's stories. The other thing to do this week is to head to the top of the page and do the student evaluation for the course. It's right at the top in the main section there. Don't forget, if you've got any questions, don't hesitate to ask, and contact with the open zone. It's there, so use it, and I look forward to hearing your questions. I look forward to reading your debate, and I look forward to engaging with you over the course of this week as we finish up and move forward as professional teachers. Over and out.